There's a particular scripture that sounds so shallow but yet so deep. This is a scripture that reveals principle that theologians call the golden rule. Men that are not born again or even Christians, that they engage this same rule and it works for them. These are laws that the occult also engage, even though have been perverted, but it follows the same principle and it yields results for them. This law is in Matthew 7 verse 12. I like the way the King James Version puts it, that whatever you want men to do to you, do also to men, for this is the law and prophet. I've always thought that the meaning of this scripture is what you do to men that men will do to you, or don't do to others what you don't want them to do to you. Until I realized that this conversation that came from the mouth of Jesus himself, if put in context, was not about an interaction between men. If you read in context, you find out that he was talking about a God that gives to whomever that asks. So it was a conversation that was bringing light and details to how God transacts with men. In the light of the previous verses, we can authoritatively say that all gifts comes from God through men to men. Using these details, what verse 12 is expressly saying is that in all things, whatever you want to receive from God, doing a similar thing to men is an act of request. For example, Job's restoration did not happen when he cried to the Lord for himself, but when he prayed for the restoration of men, Job 42, 7-10. Jesus' launch was only multiplied because he multiplied the launch of man. Have you ever noticed that when you pray for someone else, as though he hears you almost immediately, that you can almost feel that presence of peace? But when you're praying for yourself, it's as if it's silent for a long time, that you have to cry and cry before you receive that answer of peace. You see, how we get it wrong is that we have not yet received the wisdom, that spiritual dexterity of the art of roping our requests as we stand in the gap for someone. Meaning, if I'm in need of something I do not have, as part of my strategy of requesting it from God, I must look for men that is in need of something that I have. That is the law and prophet means that it is a prophetic ordinances that goes beyond just Christianity principles or doctrine to a spiritual and physical jurisprudence that binds both realms, just like seed time and harvest. It is law means that you don't need to be a Christian for it to work for you. It is prophetic means that you don't need a prophet to prophesy or bless the enterprise. Employing the ordinances provokes the prophetic by itself. Do you want to receive? Look for men that you can give. Do you want to be set free? Look for men that you can release. Do you want to be forgiven? Look for men that you can forgive. For this is the law and prophet. God bless you.